boys and girls and everyone in betwixt. I'm Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet, and I'm joined by Magic's premier donkey scientist. Is that what you describe yourself as these days?
Well, I'm something of a donkey scientist. I dabble in idiot birds as well, and really just all walks of animal-related
Bollocks.
shenanigans. Yeah, bollocks. Animal bollocks. That's my brand.
Did you say bollocks in Canadio?
No, but I think we know what it means more than your average Yank.
But surely I've just told you animal bollocks, which means animal testicles, right? It can mean animal nonsense too, but...
Yeah. I'm familiar with both the balls and the nonsense, yes.
Fantastic. So, okay, because otherwise an American might have been like, oh, does that mean, like, nonsense? Like, yeah. But actually, I was referring to the testes.
Bollocks, that's that game where you ride on a horse, right?
What?
I don't know, polo? No, I wouldn't. When have I ever made fun of you? Right?
Look, it's St. George's Day. This is the best day to make fun of the English, to be honest, because we're all like the hashtag proud to be English is trending, and I'm just like, fuck off. Anyway, less politics, because someone in the conversation can be upset if I go into that. Ben, what are we playing today?
We're playing some Canadian Highlander, Vince.
So what is that in 6 words or less?
100 card singleton vintage cube. That's 6. No, that's 5. Holy shit.
Wow, you fucking
starting off great.
You nailed it.
100 card singleton vintage cube bollocks.
Okay, there we go. What are you playing today?
I'm playing a Sultai control list. It's a deck that's kind of near and dear to my heart. It's a control list in the format that also doesn't use Ancestral Recall.
Is that quite rare then?
Yeah, I think so. It's Recall is obviously just kind of a slam dunk Magic card, but when you have access to Demonic Tutor and kind of just like a variety of really good blue cards, it's appealing, especially for a deck that can like pivot to more of a mid-range game. Yeah,
when I looked at the list, I was thinking it felt a bit mid-range in terms of like 20 creatures, for example, as well. Like 1/5 of your deck is actually bodies. But is there like do people disagree with the idea of not playing Ancestral in these sort of decks? Is that like a hot topic?
Well, I think that Recall is pretty easy for people to just kind of gravitate towards, and it's kind of just like a no-brainer sort of inclusion, and often it is correct to do so. So it's pretty it takes some time for people to look at non-Recall lists and to win them over with it.
Right. How many points is Recall?
Yeah. Recall 7 points out of 10.
Okay. I mean, that's a big reason to not play it, right? It gives you access to a load of other stuff.
Right, yeah. The trick with Recall is that you never really just cast it once, which further pushes it to being absurd. But I rather get my card engine in this deck from other sources.
Right, okay. Well, I'm looking forward to dying to tune in Nemesis. Today I'm playing straight up Mono White Death and Taxes. Although if you're an EDH enthusiast, you'll be mad, because I'm playing at least 3 hybrid cards in my deck.
Bazinga!
This is D&T. My points are in like what's it called? The Crypt, the expensive one. Mana Crypt, that's the one.
That's a good one.
Fuck, I had these written down, Ben, and I've lost them.
Mana Crypt, Strip Mine, Umezawa's Jite, and Mana Vault, I believe.
There we go. I'm on an iron and back and forth on whether I wanted a Pearl, but I also kind of wanted a Jit. And like the whole point of Canadian Highlander, for those at home who are like new to this, I guess, is that you want all your answers in one deck. So I'm playing Hate Bear / D&T here with like loads of random hate for random shit. So I've got like Remorseful Clerics and Samurai of the Pale Curtain main, because all your answers have to be in your 100, so you're not quite sure what you're going to come up against. I'm playing a sort of Sinew and Steel, which I noticed, like, Googling lists for this stuff, no one's playing, but it seems like the best utility sword besides Fire and Ice, in my opinion. But I don't...
it's just like the raw amount of equipment that you can play is, even for a deck like this, is kind of limited, so usually you get 1 to 2 swords. With a lot of people tend to favor 1, but that could also change because Stoneforge is now free. So
yes, that's recent, right?
Yes, I believe you actually were responsible for unbanning Stoneforge in Highlander. Is that correct?
That is correct. Every
Okay.
time Stoneforge Mystic is made cheaper via points in a Highlander format or unbanned in a format, it's completely my doing.
Okay, I was just double checking, but yeah, thank you for your hard work and your service.
It's alright. I do it for free. Or if you want to, you can always pay me. Not you, but this is more of a plug to anyone at home via Patreon. There are links in the description below to join my Patreon. With that out of the way, let's actually play some Magic, and hopefully I can redeem myself and not get berserked out of the game like 3 times in a row like last time.
I don't have a Berserk currently. I could meme you and add one last second.
But then you'll have an illegal decklist, Ben, and I take decklists very seriously.
Last time on Canadian Highlander.
Let's murder you.
I mean, I think the attack will have the same outcome.
Do you have
either way,
something?
which is side blasting you.
Fucking you, absolute fucker! I've got a vintage open game, 25 minutes. It's called Canadian Highlander. I didn't even make a fucking pun about it. I normally write mean comments about you or other people in the game, and I forgot.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No, hang on. No, let me remake it. I can't let this fly. Ben Wheeler is a donkey. I actually mistyped it as is ass at first. I'm gonna leave it as that.
Ben Wheeler is ass donkey.
No. I didn't get as far as
Ben Wheeler's
donkey.
ass.
I froze with how profound the statement was without that. Right, come on then, 7 in the 7Q, the 7. 7 Qs of 7. You ready?
Consistent branding. Oh, I'm ready.
One thing I noticed about everyone playing this deck, and people, I'm going to mulligan this, got one-lander, is that people are playing Aether Vial, right? And I've always hated Aether Vial in 100-card decks, especially Commander, where, like, you know, you only get activated 1 every 3 turns anyway. So, like, how good can it really be in these D&T decks?
So like you mentioned earlier that you kind of have to play these hate cards in your 100 card,
right?
Because I mean, we don't have sideboards, we don't have companions, none of that bullshit. And so you end up playing, like, you really flesh out your card pool, and you just, like, that means you kind of have to dip into more kind of enter the battlefield abilities and all that jazz.
Right, okay.
So
and I guess Vial's good against control and counter the magic as well, so it's kind of one of those hateful pieces in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, your deck is literally just is like 40 counter spells, isn't it?
No, I don't have as many counter spells as other kind of control decks. Like, I have some for sure, but it's not nearly as much as, say, something like a Blue Moon kind of deck, which is fine. It's at least how I'm approaching it. I did mulligan to 4.
Fucking hell. Well, I'm on a 6, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, my 4's not bad, and like, I mean, this wasn't a mulligan for like, oops, this hand doesn't do anything. It was just like my 39 land deck just didn't find a land in my first 3 hands, which is unfortunate, but this hand's not bad. One of the disadvantages of, like, the recall decks, like, if you mulligan into the dirt and have recall, it obviously just really quickly undoes your mulligan.
That's true. So you've sat here and talked about how you're not playing that this time round, and then
right. But I mean, I have tools for creeping back into the game. They're a little more elegant. Mind you, elegance isn't what wins games. I
was going to say more elegant than Ancestral Visions Recall, whatever the original one is called, because that's quite an elegant card. 1 mana for 3?
Maybe, yeah, well, maybe my exposure to it has, like, just kind of nulled me, or numbed me, rather. But it's just like, Recall is just kind of that card where you're like, oh, Recall. Whereas this one, it's like, if I want to grind back from here, I'm going to have to try and get the most out of my spells, which is, I mean, that's not the end of the world. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
Oh, so by elegance you mean less of a... Okay, because I think 1 mana draw 3 is very elegant in terms of design and what how it plays, but you mean as in, like, it's not a slam dunk of I play this card because it's godly.
Yeah, it's a sleek card, right? It's
very no! You don't even have a choice to make here.
Yeah, it's a sleek card for sure. It's just one of those things where like there's not a huge amount of big like it's not a big brain play to like cast your recall, right?
Next level them by not target them, kill them with it, right?
Yeah.
Brain freeze them out. My 6 wasn't perfect, but I didn't want to go to a 5, so I can respect the fact that you did go so low.
Yeah, I could have kept like a bit of a greedy-ish. I mean, it had one land. My 6 had one land. I could have kept it. It was very greedy. What the fuck did you have? You had a Linvala? Oh.
A Linvala and an Aethersworn Canonist.
I'm not blocking.
Maybe I'm blocking.
No. Yeah, you might.
Absolutely fucking not. I'm here to race, Sonny Jim, and my lands are on your side.
Hey, I got 17 points of lands. Or mana, and lands too. Life total.
Right.
One of these words.
Wow. I
don't know,
wish that was a fucking land as well. Okay, let's get into the red zone again.
I mean, these decks, that's kind of one of the things about Canlander decks, is that even decks like my build can operate on low resources just because everything is very powerful and efficient. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and... Ooh. This is like my first time playing with the triomes in this deck.
Right. Okay, yeah. I thought they'd see some play in Highlander formats. I played them in a Battle of Wits deck on stream earlier this week, because they're quite good to just go fetch at the end of turn, because you have so much space for them all.
I think they're pretty absurd in our format, especially for a deck like this. You can... A lot of the control decks, or even the mid-range decks, right? You can take a turn... Well, not even a turn off. You just have to use one of your... available mana sources to...
Yeah, I think when you've got like more than 60 cards as well, like the triumph's kind of hidden in your deck a little bit, so you can you're less likely just to brick on turn 2 or 3. I mean, it can still happen, right? Like you still have as your only land. I mean, I'm sat over here with just 2 fucking lands, so.
Ancient Tomb, not a bad land though.
It's a pretty good land. That's why I kept this hand. I even bottomed another land because I had so many spells to cast. I was like, but it wasn't a white. If it was a white source, I would have kept it. It was an Eldrazi Temple, which I'm playing greedily because Eldrazi Displacer is a big fave. I don't know why this Blade Splicer didn't a fucking attack. I've only just realised.
It's a coward. It's lazy Blade Splicer.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh. All right, let's see what I want to do.
Yeah, wow. If it isn't the bad Croattle.
Yeah. Strix is... I mean, we don't... Well, we do play Snowlands, but, like, because of we don't have 4 copies of Astrolabe, another selling point of the format. And so you can't really get away with that kind of stuff. It's actually kind of funny. Like, all these, like, design hiccups and fuck-ups of, like, the past couple of years, like the ones that really sour grapes, like Astrolabe, Companions, I don't know, even shit like Karn the Great Creator or whatever, that kind of stuff. Like we just don't care about them. Like our format just doesn't really care.
Singleton has a beauty of like self-adjusting in that way, right?
Yeah.
This Winter Orb here, by the way, is I think it affects you far worse than it affects me, but it still feels a bit shit that I haven't drawn another land yet.
Yeah. And you're at 7.
Or a fucking Chrome Mox or something, Watch me draw Mox Diamond now as the deck takes the piss. I saw a lot, so I did some Googling to look at lists. I was just looking at general lists that come from the Google. And people playing Mox Diamond. And now I'm sat here thinking, I'm only playing 35 lands. I wonder I guess Mox Diamond's good for speed, right? But it seems pretty bad in a 35 card deck.
Yeah, I played Death and Taxes for the last like year-end event. Every kind of year we have a big tournament that gets we hosted at twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun, so on the LRR stream, and I got to the finals with Death and Taxes, of the year end. And like after playing it, I just kind of wanted. I just wanted so many more lands. Like,
yeah. Oh no, I'm up to
there's just
36 actually because we talked about this before. I was like, I probably need to find
Right,
another
yeah.
land. Like people playing
And,
very
like,
greedy mana bases, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is just kind of like remnants of the old mulligan. We used to have like a format unique mulligan, but once we switched over to the London, it it kind of, I mean, it pretty drastically changed part of deck building. But like, I mean, Magic players in Eternal formats aren't exactly known for, adapting very quickly to shit like this.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can play less lands for those reasons. It's part of like
Yeah.
the whole like restarting for content like this, right? Like EDH and Chill. That's another show. If you like Commander and you're watching this for the first time, we have a show that Ben's sometimes on, which is just me and 3 other content creators playing Commander, and we have a rule on that because it's a multiplayer thing and the game's gone for like an hour or two. That we restart if people mulligan to Oblivion, but at the same time, it rewards people for playing like 12 land decks where they can just oh sorry Vince, we've got to restart for the 3rd time because they don't have any fucking lands in their hand, you know. So yeah,
We'll sit back. I kind of like. I mean, nobody really likes mulliganing a lot, but I don't mind it. I find it like the games can be very interesting. Like trying to come back from it, you know.
yeah. Okay. This is an interesting board, so that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, is it correct to attack here? You can double block. I will lose the golem, but you'll lose a body. Yeah, let's get in there.
I do that.
Because you only know one of the cards in my hand, correct?
Yeah. I just know Canonist.
Meanwhile, I know nothing about you, and you've got 5 cards upon untapping and 2 whole mana. 3 if you draw a land. These things that we haven't drawn many of.
I mean, I'm casting spells, or well.
Hey, we've cast the same number of spells, haven't we?
I've
I've cast 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've cast 5. Oh, okay, you're winning. Whatever. Don't Oko me, bruh.
Don't know about that, but I will just kind of sit back here.
Just
Oko would actually be slick. God, I hate that card.
yeah, card's garbage.
You don't have to fight multiples of them. I mean, Oko is very good in our format, but also it's kind of interesting. Like Oko and Renin 6 between the two. Renin 6 in our format because Strip Mine is legal.
Yeah.
And the lands decks and whatnot. Like, it's just a great card.
Is Renin 6
And
pointed?
so-
Yeah, I assume it's not.
No, it's not.
No. Because you'd
A
only
lot
point
of
if
the-
like you had like tournaments dominated by a card, right?
Yeah, I mean, we point like a lot of the pointing kind of philosophy. I mean, for those
that is a nice brazen borrower.
yeah, it's not bad. For those at home that aren't super familiar, the way that we have a council, so like a sitting group of people that help make decisions about what cards are and aren't pointed. It's very heavily community based as well. We we work with a lot of communities about doing these changes, but what makes a card pointed is just kind of very flexible because we have access to literally everything. So like Red and 6 itself isn't pointed, but crop rotation, strip mine, that kind of stuff, demonic tutor, cards that tend to pair well with Ren and 6 are pointed.
Yeah, because there's other obviously Highlander variants like Icelander that I've been playing a bit of, and their point system has been used to balance the format. When like Kess Pile has been the biggest like deck, they've used it to weaken those decks, or to improve the green mid range decks by like depointing their stuff. But they point a lot of tutors as well to try and make the format less consistent, I guess, because you don't really have tutors pointed, right? Green Suns, for example, isn't pointed, right?
We have like the busted tutors pointed, but not
Not the ones that are like legal in Legacy and 4-ofs. Like
right. GS said like Enlightened Tutor, that kind of stuff we don't particularly care about. Oh shit, that was my turn. You know what? This is fine. This is all planned, calculated even. But yeah, like it's the formats are like the big difference between the whole 60 card and sideboard and then just 100 cards. It leads to a lot of like really cool kind of differences in the points list. Like we have currently we have Protean Hulk and Flash being pretty well taxed, but for 7-point Highlander that's not really the case. Like I think only recently Flash ended up getting a point, and that's just because I mean Oracle is Oracle.
I guess with new cards being printed as well, it changes the conversation quite regularly.
Oh yeah, when they print a new ban card or new bannable every single set, leads to some roller coaster magic. Let's put it that way.
Wall of Blossoms. I really need to draw like something, just anything.
Swords, yeah.
Like no, I'm not. I'm asking for either a land. So these are the things I want to draw here: a land that's untapped and doesn't shoot me for damage, a removal spell, or a creature that costs less than 3 or less mana. All of those things seem quite likely, right?
That's kind of just the majority of your deck. I'm gonna called shot. You're drawing that sort of sinew and steel.
No, okay, that is a magic card. It's just not a great one. And I know people are gonna laugh at just about this magic card, but okay, look, hear me out. It's just not very good here. Okay.
Like a Thalia or something.
No.
Oh, this fucker.
All right. And now we're.
That's a good magic card.
It was just a window where I draw something a bit more impressive, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, the Scavenging Ooze is just kind of being.
It's a one-sided abyss, and
yeah.
All right, Leon Arbiter, Cat Jesus, under the crucifix you go.
Doing a bang-up job.
Ta-ta for now. See you soon.
3 days, 3 turns.
Come on. I'm going to tap this planes in case I draw a double white non-human creature. See? I know what I'm doing. Magic.
Heads up move.
Lands are bad for me now. Okay, that's a thing that does nothing. Okay.
Thing that does nothing.
This is it now. The window is firmly fucking closed. Like
this card's not bad. I mean, yeah, it's. Look, I'm gonna level with you. It's not looking great.
Yeah, I mean the Plowshares of Path is long overdue.
Tap that one. All right.
He's got double blue up. Every commander player's worst nightmare. Well, don't play another creature. Oof. Oof.
Oh, yeah, she's a bit of a fucking beating.
Yep. Okay. I guess I'll just die.
I mean, a sword's and you're still in it to win it.
I'm in it to stay in it, not win it.
Yeah.
You've got Liliana of the Last Hope. You've drawn a Planeswalker that is playable. There was a turn where I could have cast Gideon instead of Linvala, but it wasn't worth it. With the Magistrate dead, you can now cast your Brazen Borrow in 3 turns as well.
Yeah.
Come on! Removal spell. No. Okay. You mulled to 4, and you absolutely fucking stomped me, so there you go.
Were you hoisted by your own petard on that?
I don't think so, no, because I had nothing else to play.
Oh, okay.
Like, I had 2 4-drops in hand and an Ancient Tomb and a Plains. So, like, I didn't think I was getting there. Also, the Linvala was very good against your Skoos, as was the First Striking. It was basically Poison Borrower. Like, how many bounce spells do you have? Do you, like, play Cryptic as well?
Yeah, I tend to always just kind of start my blue deck like Cryptic Command and Mystic Confluence.
Okay, so there's quite a few like bounce spells that could have screwed me there as well as the removal spells, but I don't know. My
Yeah.
board state didn't seem like I was soft to removal, sure, but I had nothing else going for me. Like I literally
Right.
couldn't cast any other card in my hand. And then there's between Limbala and Gideon the turn before, but Gideon, I guess, would have made bodies to block the scoos forevermore, so maybe that was correct.
Yeah, I think maybe Gideon. I feel like Gideon may have just been a bit better in there just because it also kind of plays around some of the kind of removal that I'm bound to have. Oh, this
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. Yeah, I think Gideon was the right answer. And then, like, with a Winter Warp in play and a Walker in play, I'm still, like, being a beast. But I had the first strike at that point as well, so maybe I wasn't being a beast. Okay. Let's go ahead and get in the red zone. I haven't played a Kithian in a long time.
I I have like a Russian copy of this card, and I mean I have a lot of German stuff, and I like for my actual cards, but like I can more or less kind of work my way through like remembering what they do by reading the text. But like Cyrillic, I forget how it's exactly pronounced. I can't read it for the fucking life of me. And in in the like top 8 on camera, I had to ask the Oracle text on the Kithian flip side. I think like 6 times.
Wow.
It's just
I'm the same. I play a lot of non-English cards in paper, and sometimes you just like, oh, but on Modo, it's in the top 4, top 5. Come on, somebody tell me.
yeah. Like, how the hell am I supposed to remember Gideon Battleforged? Anybody that says that they can remember this card off by heart is either a massive liar, or
Or they're just
or they had like a Kithian commander deck or something.
no, they've got a Gideon body pillow.
Yeah.
That's also a possibility.
Well, that's not particularly nice.
Well, you know, you did mulligan to 4.
Yeah, you know, I
fucked me up.
Look, I deserve this. But also, this charming prince deserves this.
That doesn't.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it does work. Is it my graveyard or yours?
Your graveyard.
It is my graveyard. Okay, sure.
I guess I should have checked to see if you had Ephemerate too. Usually, I think Ephemerate is kind of like one of the best cards to be introduced to the format recently.
So
Like in the
again, I
past
saw
year.
nobody was fucking playing it the list I was looking at. I was like, surely this card in 100 card singleton, resetting your ETBs, it just seems so fucking good.
Oh, baby, you should have come to Wheeler. Get all that good. Yeah, it's just like obviously there's the nutso, you know, if you get to like Ephemerate your like Ranger Captain of Eos or
Oh, I fucked this
twice
up.
of that
I
kind of
fucked this up real bad. I scribed these lands the wrong way around.
Uh-oh.
Never mind. Kithian's going to go the whole way.
He might, which is terrifying.
I mean, I'm playing 40 creatures, but maybe I'll draw some more. You know?
Yeah.
I guess a land is good for Ardenvale. I guess creatures are good for Kithian. I guess many of my top decks are good again, but that was the same last time round. I still fucking drew a shit cat for shit cunts. So
Shit cat for shit guns.
yeah,
Is that an original right now? Like, is that a you
oh
just
dearie
wrote this?
me, dearie me. I gotta hate him so much. Okay,
Him, huh?
so I could have
I
thought I'd
mean-
you this turn, but then I would have had Kithian's shields down, I guess. But
You don't got colorless. Oh, well,
Exactly,
if you
if I-
had the land.
if I'd stripped and Castle Ravenvade the round, but then stripping you changes the game as well. So who knows?
Yeah, you gotta just hit my mana when you can.
I mean,
Like,
you've
you
got 6 cards in
pressure.
hand now, so I'm filling
my
under the
land
wheel, as it were.
Oh. All right, time for some good old-fashioned reactive magic while I'm under pressure. That castle too. Like honestly, if you just hit land and start pumping out tokens,
Yeah, if I hit land, yep.
I mean, you got 4. You got 4.
Yeah.
Well, you got 4 sources right now. You can
We're
cast.
close. We're real close. Maybe strip mining you was wrong, right?
You got a no.
No, it's 100% correct. I know it was. I'm kind of.
Yeah. You got a fucking batter skull in your hand there, bud. You sitting on a 5 over there.
I don't want you to push my boy, you know?
Oh. Yeah.
But if you just play a Black Sauce and play a Last Hope, he dies anyway. He's such a fragile little fucking...
Yeah, but it's also just like, if I'm a bug control, it's not doing anything, and I have 2 open mana. Like, if you cast spells into my counters, then you're just like giving my cards some kind of value, and you're also just saving your Gideon.
But I'm also aware, I don't know if I didn't check, but I'm also aware of, like, you know, Disfigure, Dismember, Liliana.
Right. I hit the land, but...
Come on! Let's get some action! Come on! I believe in you, deck! Come on! Oh, you fucking... Okay, don't worry about it. It's fine. This Gideon's...
Alright, yeah,
Kithian's going all the way. You know, Rocky in the steps? Your face is the steps. This is Rocky. Here he comes.
You're gonna step on my face? Or Gideon will?
He's going to try to, yeah.
Jesus Christ. And I didn't even have to pay for it. Alright, let's... Show me what you got, little mama.
Indeed.
This might be risking it for said biscuit.
Who are you targeting, my friend?
Oh, I'm gonna target you, bud. I want to see what you got going on there. I need to know if I can maybe comfortably try and cast a thing.
You can have 3 life, I think.
Hell yeah. Kind of don't like that canonist.
Yeah? Fine. Whatever.
Yeah, but I also don't want to give you a card. Nah, you can keep.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
Can you see why
Any fucking
another
time,
land would
buddy.
be great?
Yeah.
I'm a white weenie deck who's trying to activate a 5-mana land and also play 2 drops with 3-mana activation spells.
Yeah, that's a big ask. Alright, let's go fishing.
Oof, okay. Do you have Time Walk in your deck?
No, so like usually Spellseeker, you will find it in decks that have like
Demonic Tutor or
Demonic
Time
Tutor.
Walk.
But yeah, like Time Walk and Recall are the big ones. And then also it just finds like Flash, Tainted Pact, that kind of shit.
Right. So you got Decay, Trophy, Brainstorm, Counterspell. What else can you get? Drown Lock's gone. Fatal Push. Impulse, Logic. No, you can't get Logic Knot. No, wait, is Logic Knot? You can't get Logic Knot. I'm thinking the wrong spell. Logic Knot, yes. Mana Drain, yes. Mana Leak, yes. Miscalc. Just read them out for the people at home so they know. Negate. Remand. Spell Pierce. Spell Snare. And Sultai Charm.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. You ain't got nothing, bud.
God,
I mean,
I
you
hope I
might,
draw
but-
like a Thalia here so I can like Thalia East Canonist.
Thalia Canonist is pretty disgusting. I don't think I want Spellseeker in this deck now that I think about it. I had it when I first added it because it's just like the air quote value Spellseeker. I also had Mind Twist in my points, so you could just like Seeker on 3, find Mind Twist, and a mid-range deck just doesn't know. You're just like, well, I'm gonna strip your hand and then try to Wrath of God afterwards and hope that works. But
Oh my god. I think 36 lands is just way too few, but then again, I've played 2 games, so I can't really judge, can I?
yeah, I mean 30. Why is there a Ghost Quarter in your bin?
From the Mox Diamond.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know. I think 36 is just generally fine. Like, you're trying to hit a mana threshold that your deck doesn't necessarily need to hit, right? Like,
Well, it does here.
Yeah, it's just like, but not every, like, if you play 100 games of Death and Taxes and you're like,
Yeah, exactly.
right,
That's what I kind of meant when I said
yeah.
about the oh, you've got a 1-mana removal spell as well. This is bad.
No, I'm just fixing mana, bud.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, not so bad. Good. Yeah, but that's what I meant a little bit by only playing, not a little bit, like literally playing only 2 games doesn't really give me good data to say whether or not I feel the lands are too low.
Yeah.
Okay. You could get anything here. Literally anything. Are you not paralyzed for choice?
I mean, sometimes when I demonic tutor in decks like this, I kind of just say fuck it and grab the first card that I see. I'm just like, oh, this is probably pretty good. Well, that's actually probably pretty good. Block that. If you draw that, that's kind of a shit. Yeah, I'll just grab this. At least kind of make your attacking a little awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, if you draw Ancient Tomb, then it's also very awkward for me. Are you on? You're on City of Traders too,
Yep,
yeah?
playing City as well.
Oh, the grimy.
Okay. Not the best in the world, but let's just go slapping then.
Yeah, I mean, my health is depleting. Let's see. Alright, I will try to do this, because this card is probably more annoying than this Kithian.
Sure.
And then, yeah, I'll take one. That's fine.
That
We've
is a
got
shame.
millions of points.
Okay.
I guess I could have just Spellseekered for the Fatal Push, but...
Did you de-tune for the Fatal Push?
Yeah, I kind of just
Oof.
pivoted for what I was doing. I was just like, this could probably get... Like, if you untapped and then had, like, I don't know, a Cataclysm or some shit. Or not Cataclysm. Well, I mean, maybe Cataclysm or like a Ravages. It's pretty bad. I think I'm gonna just sit.
Okay.
Yeah, it does get not great. Ah, the Idiot Bird.
I wish
Yeah,
Idiot
hell
Bird was a turn earlier to try and catch that de-tutor. That would have been fucking gas.
That would have been grimy.
Oh,
Absolutely.
watch out, watch out, watch out! Mismatching planes, here we go!
I was going to ask the old 9 and 8 split of normal planes.
It's in case you're playing Predict. Right? It's the 0.1% that you get in Legacy for doing it. I don't actually do it in Legacy, but I thought I'd do it today. So I am playing a split, yes. Okay. Let's get.
Is there a world where that can ever be?
What's that? Backfired? You
Well,
say?
just like the weirdo split. I'm trying
Well,
to
if you're
there's-
playing like Trapped Under Ice or whatever the hell it's called, those sort of things,
oh
I
yeah,
guess.
on thin ice. Yeah.
Which I was considering. I was looking for other removal spells, but Dismember and whatever the Declaration Stone came up first as cards.
Yeah.
I'm doing this into open mana. This is probably bad. This is me. This is probably bad. I think this is bad. But I mean, it does force resources out of you, I guess.
Oh, that's not a legal way of tapping mana, Ben. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, sure, you might lose the Kithian, but also, like, this card has gotten enough, right?
I mean, your Snappy can't flash things back, right? Because of Drannith Magistrate?
Fuck me.
Woo!
Oh,
Yeah,
stupid
buddy.
Corey. All right. You know, that's
Stupid.
fine.
Come on, everyone gets caught out by a hate bear now and again, alright, Ben? It's the norm.
Yeah, well, you know what, bud? I actually just wanted an ambush. I got you with the bird.
Oh, that's fine. I will take.
Smooth recovery. Yeah.
I think that's. I just traded 4 mana, 1 card for. I think 1 and 3/4 of your cards. I'm not sure. The math doesn't.
Oh.
The math is complicated.
I like fuck. This is like I tripped, and then like managed to kind of make it look like I did a cartwheel, but then I get up off the ground and my face is like bloodied and like gravel, like covered in gravel.
It turns out you've been.
Like, oh yeah.
You were chewing glass all along. Like, he looks so cool chewing his bubblegum. No, he's just chewing glass. The point I made about the math, though, is because obviously Spellseeker's half a card. Or arguably, surely the body's not even, like, half the card. It's, like, 1/3 of the card or whatever. A 3-mana 1/1. Snappy's only half the card, but in this circumstance, it was just an Ambush Viper. Nimble Obstructionist drew you a card. So, yeah, that was an interesting selection. Oh, no! No! You're going to see my Pegasus.
Oh, giddy up. Well, I may have just fucked myself with that.
I really hope so. It'd be nice if I won one game on camera against you, wouldn't it?
Didn't you? I swear to God, you won one game last time we played.
Ah, maybe. Who knows?
Pretty sure you hoofed me to death.
I hope so. Right. It's combat time.
Is it, though?
This is cryptic.
Yeah. Although that pony... Actually, maybe this is just really bad.
I mean, your face is bleeding. At some point, you've got to put a bandage on, right?
Yeah. At some point. Yeah, maybe this is just really bad. That fucking horse. I'm gonna actually do this, which is not ideal, but what are you gonna do? Jesus Christ. You'd think I'd know how to properly tap a filter land on this program.
I don't think you ever learn that sort of thing. That's just not a thing anyone learns.
Yeah, it was naive of me to assume that, you know, after a year of playing Magic Online for a living, I would finally figure out what, you know, how to do a thing. But no, I'm just a chimp still. Once a chimp, always a chimp.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to go to 3? Probably not. If you play that. And I'll just save some life.
Good.
I guess if I draw a fetch, this Urborg can do double duty.
Indeed.
Oh, God fucking damn it. That's, I mean,
Hopefully your fetches do double duty. What back-breaking Planeswalker is this that I can't beat? Okay, Eternal Witness, sure.
If you want Dookie. Oh, I guess you said duty. Oh. Okay, I have Drown in the Block.
You should probably just hit me, Ben, and move on with your life.
Yeah, that's... sounds good. That sounds like a winning play. They should, actually.
Oh, poor Thalia. Oh.
Okay, she died doing what she loves.
She didn't even get to tap one fucking land. That's the real sad part of all this.
She tapped an Eternal Witness.
That is... Oh, she did. She got a small amount of value. She got half of Frost Breath.
I mean, she also just kind of... Like, my turn could have been... like, if I'm able to play my land before I kill Thalia, that turn is wildly different. And, like, I feel like I kind of get into the driver's seat at that point. But now... like, this is just bad for me, right?
Well, Mother of Runes is known to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's reasonable Magic card. Yeah, I don't want to deal with this card. Yeah,
Okay.
not a bad Magic card, turns out. I thought about maybe not doing it because I some kind of flying horse, but
Yeah, but I mean, I guess if you've got counterspell for the horse, but I think
you're just not priced into playing the horse, right? Like you could just Just play the Mind Sensor on
Oh
my
yeah,
end.
I would have kept the Mind Sensor up. Yeah.
Ew. Not gonna lie, this ain't great. I mean, this card's not bad, but am I attacking? Probably.
You're attacking, eh?
Well, I have to kill you eventually.
So you've drawn one of your multiple removal spells then?
Not exactly. I'm more operating under the like, well, if you have dead anyway. Well, or sorry, I don't know how much removal is going to change it too much.
Right.
Kind of just have to work with what I have.
That Castle Ardenvale never even got tapped. What a piece of shit. Well, I got tapped for mana, I guess. I'll
Horrible
give it that.
card.
Right, let's get in for 2 then.
Yarp.
I should have sandbagged that Plains. I've been so tilted by not drawing lands that I'm just fucking throwing them on the table now.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh. All right, Pony. Come on, preordain.
Oh, I thought it was the Pony's last rodeo.
Oh, I don't even know what I have that can. Well. Look, if there's something that can try and get me into this game, it's maybe this card. Although, I think I tapped my mana pretty poorly.
You've got all the black mana in the world, right? So don't worry about it.
Yeah, but that's... I don't know how much that's what I'm looking for. What do I ever... What am I not? The Spellseeker's Duke. Alright.
Dig through time, jeez. Okay, that should find you something, right? But how many 1-mana removal spells do you have?
That's what found me, the fucking concession button.
Okay. Game 3, our last game. I would have said like we could have like a 4th game because of that Mulligan, but you stomped me so convincingly. Fuck that. So...
I mean, what? That game 1? Oh, yeah, okay, you mean time I stomped you? Or because our game... I thought our game 1 was totally fun.
Oh yeah, exactly. I thought it was a good game of Magic. I'm glad you feel the same.
Yeah, I think these decks are gonna. I mean, they tend to pair pretty interestingly. Like D&T is one of those decks where like you'll have these kind of like stomp hands that involve like strip or like you get a GT out or you get in like when they tap out for like a Kodama's Reach
or like strip mine
shit.
plus Thalia or like starts or GT versus
like,
the Elves deck.
But most of them, you're also just kind of like, I guess I'm playing this like Mirren Crusader against a blue-red deck.
Yeah, like I was playing a game of Limited last game. There's just no two ways about it. Okay, let's see if this resolves. Oh, fuck. I'm so excited. I'm sorry, Ben. I just... Turn 1/8 of all was... In other formats, like it's a regular thing, right? I don't think I've ever turned 1/8 of all in 1v1 singleton.
Yeah, there's like a 4-color birthing pod deck in our format that's pretty well known. It's everything except for black, and it has like Kiki Jiki, Splinter Twin Chains, all that jazz. But it also has Spellseeker, Ephemerate, Time Walk, Eternal Witness, that kind of stuff.
Sick.
And the like most well-known pilot of the deck, that it's kind of also just named after him. He the kind of hands that he's kept just because he's got like turn 1 Aether Vial, it's wild. It's just like
well, so that's your variant of Eternal Command then from Sons of Things.
Kinda like we have a couple builds in the format that are going to be more in line, I want to say, with like or more dedicated to that, I guess is what I should say. But for that build in particular, it can like pivot pretty well because you just like can also you can Pestermite into Kiki Jiki people and kill them for sure.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
but,
it's not going to be 1-for-1 Eternal Command, is it? Because they can't play 4-ops and you have to play other stuff, right? So
right,
I mean,
yeah,
and obviously Eternal Command hasn't been a deck for a very long time. So for those at home who are asking what the hell Eternal Command is, it's where you loop cryptic commands with Eternal Witnesses and Vials. But I've always wondered if Ephemerate and Soul Herder could bring something like that back.
There's absolutely that kind of that kind of shit will pop up in multiple decks in the format. And they can kind of play that role. They just do it a bit different. Get the Monarch down, and then hide behind a bunch of Wall of Blossoms, and be able to like ephemerate and blink their team. And it's brutal. Like when you fight against somebody that has like the Monarch plus like Mystic Snake and Eldrazi Displacer, it's
Oh, that sounds hot. Eldrazi Displacer is another one of my favorite cards. I almost included the red-white companion in this deck. Because it would reduce the cost of all the equipments to 0 to equip them,
Right.
but also make Eldrazi Displacer flicker for 1 colorless.
yeah.
And that was something I was like, I can get on board for that. I need to play that in a format at some point.
It's kind of fucked up. Hold up, let me write that down real quick.
But all jokes aside, I'm serious. I want some of that action.
Yeah, no, I too am. Yes, I am also serious. It's just like that kind of stuff. There's just so much you can do, right? And especially when a new set comes out.
That's why it's frustrating that some of the cards are so like hallmark powerful compared to everything else, right? Because Oko and Once Upon a Time and stuff did drown out most of Throne in older formats and non-rotating formats. Right. Same with Companion right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I mentioned it kind of briefly where, this is, a huge selling point of our format, I guess right now, is that all these cards and interactions that have run amok in other formats, they're not as bad for us. Like Ikoria, we just finished the North 100 Ikoria set review, and I think Ikoria is like one of my favorite sets for Canlander of all time, just because like you're not going to have to spend the entire like your relationship with the set isn't going to be like, oh god,
yeah, come on,
this is fine. It isn't going to be entirely based around it's not going to be entirely based around complaining about Song of Creation and Luris and all that kind of stuff.
Right. So are you scared of Song of Creation in Canlander a little bit?
Oh, I am. Well, scared is a strong word, but I
think it's a card that I would have seen. Like, I know I played a bit of a combo deck in Standard with it during the streamer event and stuff. I think there would have been much more to it if there wasn't other things like
yeah.
Like for the heroic Palace Jailer downed by his own.
In our format, Song of Creation, there's a deck I play called Eggs, which it's my fucking baby, and just being able to play these 0 mana cards and draw off my Lotus Petals and all that is extremely appealing.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm looking forward to playing with it at some point. I've just been on the companion train, but okay.
And then also, it's a card that that deck tends to struggle.
Getting Demonic Tutor?
Probably.
I mean, if you got a 4-point card, you might as well go grab it, right?
Yeah, but I can maybe get a little greedier. Well, greedy is not the right word. Yeah, I'll get a DT.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like the fact that you can play it, like you can play your land for turn, play the Song of Creation, storm off, and then if you draw your Tolarian Academy, you get to put it into play.
Yeah, that seems pretty good. I hadn't considered it that way, like hitting your big payoff lands.
Yeah, but like aside from that, like aside from a couple of cards that you look at and you're immediately like, oh, this is kind of busted. Everything, like even the naturalize that cycles is just kind of like, oh, this is cool. This is just another deck building decision you have to make. All right. Well, you get to see my goodies. I don't feel too good about where this match is going.
Yeah. I was expecting there to be some sort of removal spell somewhere along the line.
Yeah, my starting hand had like enough lands, some removal in this miscalc, and the Spell Seeker, and then drawing some counter spells against your 8th of Al, not ideal.
Yeah, here we see the power of 8th of Al, right?
Yeah.
And also we see the downside of Confluence to Cryptic, because Cryptic can bounce my file, but Confluence can't.
Yeah. Confluence is just kind of...
Confluence is a very good Magic card.
It's so solid.
Yeah, I cast it in Cube today, and it felt good. Okay. Let's keep up some tricksy stuffs.
Yeah, the Monarch is hard. I mean, the Monarch is very good. Like, as I'm, you're well aware in like Legacy.
Yeah, right. It's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Impulse. Okay, look at top 4 cards. Monarch was one of those things that people just didn't realize was going to be good in Legacy. That's what I like. I like it when cards are just like aren't as powerful. Like people were obviously like, "Oh, Oko's busted," and companions when they were sport, everyone on Twitter is like, "Well," and Reddit are like, "Guess these decks get busted." But like people were calling me an idiot about Monarch and Palace Jailer for quite a while. So
yeah, I'm a huge fan of Monarch. There's like a that we call like I just call it like Mardu Monarchy, where you're just like Mardu mono like removal 1-for-1s. You play kind of some like snowbally-ish creatures like Rabble Master and whatnot.
right.
And then you also just have all the Monarch cards that you can play. Well, the good ones, the like 4-drop ones usually, and like Custodial Lich.
Oh, I saw you had Custodial Lich in your list, and I was like, "Jeez."
Oh god, that card was like broken, like broken in half on Magic Online. Like you just couldn't play it for about a year.
Okay, I didn't know
which
this.
was really frustrating because it's just such a cool card and like kind of unique to our format, or at least like it feels like a very Canlandery card. And it just gave like decks like my deck just kind of this thing that you can slam. Oh fuck off. Actually, no, hold up. You're casting this?
I am.
Oh
casting
fuck,
this.
my mana is so bad.
I was wondering on what you could be holding up because of the Twilight Mire plus this means you couldn't have double blue or anything. So
Jesus Christ, vote with your phones now. What's worse, Ben's playing ability or Ben's? Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have cycled Niscal. That's interesting. I'll have to look. I'll have to wait until the video comes
Oh,
out to see. Well, actually, hold the phone. Yeah, we good. Oh, I'll take 4.
Good.
I've got millions of life points to work with.
Life points. Sounds like a very Yu-Gi-Oh thing, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever called a magic thing the correct thing in my life. Like life points, right? You know that stuff that you have that they give you 20 of them.
God, you can do a lot of bouncing next turn, can't you? Okay, let's
Bounce.
I hope you like Restoration Angels, Ben.
Do I?
Everyone loves Resto Angel, right? It's that's an elegant card.
I really do like Resto Angel, but it's
Is the Spellseeker? Oh, you're a coward. The Spellseeker did not come in.
yeah, of course I'm a coward. You got a vial on.
Well,
You're absolutely baiting.
I'm going to use it for the first time.
I don't even know if it's a bait. Like it's just like.
I respect you too much to be tapping my vial in your end step for no apparent reason. I like to do that a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of the vial for 0 or like the vial when you like it very rarely happens, but like if you can like they like if somebody you cast a spell on their end step and they go to fetch and you respond by activating vial and they just like panic stifle or some shit.
Yeah. I like activating vial and having people just casting spells in their hands and stuff because they just don't know what's going to happen. And you're like, nothing, all good.
Yeah. Are we good?
Okay.
All right. Now I understand that this gives you a rebuy on this card potentially, but look, we're not in a great spot.
Is that worth doing? Okay, let's yeah, I'm up for looking at your hand again. Well, am I? I am, but for that little mana? Yeah, that's fine. By fine, I mean not ideal, but
Yeah. Look, I'm not happy either.
well, I'm glad. That makes 2 of us. I'm trying to kill you, Ben.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Have you drawn Force of Will? That's what. That's the question. I should probably do this in my main phase, not in damage. Imagine if Thoughtseize could, if Thought Not could be cast during combat, but only the damage step.
Oh.
It'd be
Old Flash Thought Knots here.
well, that is comparable to Clique, right? That's what everyone's comparing to initially.
Yeah.
So you got an Uro, you got a Factor Fiction, you got a Spell Pierce, you got a Drown in the Lock, Treasure Cruise. Jeez Christ.
Yeah, my hands. These are good cards. I'll give them that.
That's a lot of good cards.
They don't line super well against, you know.
TKS is kind of like doesn't give a shit about that Drown either at the moment, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can Hymn to Torak you or something, but or kill your creatures maybe. But then the Selfless Spirit. If I Mise a Toxic Deluge though, ooh.
That would make me sad.
Yeah, that'd be gravy. Interesting. Very interesting. How big brain do I want to go with this?
Is it casting Ancestral Vision that you lied about is actually in your deck?
No, I think I cut that card. Fairly certain I cut that card.
Sorry, Ancestral Recall, sorry.
Oh, the recall. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I have definitely, like, I've gone like a full day of streaming with like 2 dig through times in a deck before.
The first time I did Highlander content was with CBR MTG. We did some Auslander, and I had a Sylvan Library in my main on my side. And everyone's like, Vince, you're cheating. I'm like, yeah, I guess I was. I mean, it wasn't intentional, but...
I mean, at least it wasn't a pointed card.
It might. No, Sylvan Library is pointed in Auslander, I think.
No way. I mean,
I think so.
Look, I've been following that. I've been following that format for Jesus over a decade now, and like, no, all the different Highlander variants. I mean, we each other, we share like ideas, all that shit. Yeah, they got weird stuff on their points list as far as, you know, Handlander players with no context might think, but there's no way they're silver.
No, Library isn't. I've just checked. I just know there are some weird things, like Green Suns, for example.
Yeah.
Okay.
60 cards changes the dynamic, and sideboards too. Personal Tutor? Oof. I mean, that card was pointed for us for a while, but also, like, not really a Magic card.
What, Personal Tutor? Mystical Tutor's cousin.
Well, it's just like, I'll play it in very deep end decks, which I assume is its inclusion in here, but...
There's a fun Personal Tutor story, which I'm not ripping on the person explicitly, but there was someone in a call on my Patreon once who just... They'd obviously misread Personal Tutor, and they were arguing that it was just... Why would we play Mystical Tutor when we can play Personal Tutor? But it's to the point that like it got into a blazing row because they were really struggling to understand what was going. It was so bizarre.
Yeah, that's how. I don't want to put them on blast. I don't know them, and you know, reading Magic cards is
it's hard sometimes, right?
Yeah, for sure. But like, how? Like every step of the way is just blatantly worse. Like even you could misread one part of it. It's like, oh, it's an instant, not a sorcery. Well, it's still dog shit. Oh,
yeah. There was a lot of complexity. Like there was like 6 other people present. And they were just like, what is going on? What? Yeah. Why? Oh, I've ticked those the wrong way round because I was talking.
I mean, Spellseeker's a pretty good hit.
It's Seeker or Drown. I'm not 100% sure. I guess Treasure Cruise is also good. Let's take Drown here.
God. You know what? I was going to say some real ignorant shit, so I'm not going to do that.
I'm kind of interested now, but I'm not going to push you.
No, it's not anything bad. I just like routine thoughts of like cards that I want to see exclusively for like Canlander and whatnot. And then in my head, I was just like, man, they should really print like a 6-mana Wrath that makes you the Monarch. And like, I don't think anybody wants that.
Yeah, that
Like,
seems
that just-
awful. Please stop.
That's just not good, Ben.
Just
Stop talking.
Oh, dirt.
Oh,
One way round.
Hey.
I have cast God knows how many canalists in my time, and that was dumb. That was so dumb.
Fucking! I found my out. I just need to get you talking, and then maybe I can
Listening to your shit card designs.
Yeah.
You're on custom card MTG or whatever. Just been like, what if we stick Monarch on like Wrath of God?
Hey Vince, what do you think of this really bad idea? Sorry, you missed your trigger. Well, I guess I'm magical trigger, but a boy can dream, right?
Yep.
You got fucking cast that on that. Hell yeah.
Okay. Spell Seeker. Right, whatever tiny removal spell. I've already read them out earlier, but I'm looking again. Whatever baby removal spells do you have to play in my turn? You can't get Dismember. Drown the Locked in Exile. Push is in Exile. No, you push. Push has not been seen this game.
Yeah, I can push.
Push it real good.
The awkward part is you have a protection from black creature, and
I have a pro-black creature, a save my team from destruction spells, and you can only cast one spell a turn. This is what D&T should do, right?
yeah.
Not just
I mean,
fart
this is
its way
kind
into
of this is kind of
difficulties.
what it does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like as somebody, both of us have played a good amount of Death and Taxes and Legacy in our lifetime, and I do think that the version that we have for our format has like, it's not exactly a recent development, but you know, in the past 3 years or so has turned into that kind of slow grindy style more than like back in the day when you used to play like Savannah lines and,
Yeah, like,
and, like
well, that's the thing. I always talk about how D&T isn't really White Weenie. Like, White Weenie is like Honor of the Pures and
yeah, exactly.
and shit like that. Okay, I want to cast this Ephemera, but I don't know if I want to target my TKS. But I guess you're just gonna block with it you're gonna block it anyway. So it makes sense. It'll draw you a card. It to look at your hand. Yeah, go on then.
Poosh.
Sure.
You're on the grimy Sanctum Prelate.
No, that list is wrong. The one you're looking at,
okay.
the prelate was cut when I added Gideon of the Trials and an extra
Smart.
land.
Smart.
Because prelate, I couldn't needle against decks. I don't know because I don't inform it either. I can't really needle the correct numbers. Like, against like a lands deck or like a loam deck or a dredge deck, I can probably get it right. But against like your deck, I'm like it's 1,
Prelate
2, or
doesn't-
3, and I'm not sure. You know.
Yeah, Prelate just like doesn't actually see any play in our format.
Yeah, I
It's
did notice
one
from
of
the list I was looking at. Like, that must be why, because the deck diversity, not only in decks themselves, but not only in the archetypes, sorry, but in the decks themselves. There's 100 cards. The CMCs probably vary more wild than they do in Legacy.
Right, you don't really have a good number. Like, you can name 2. Like, if you're trying to walk out control decks, like, naming 1 just also kind of mucks you. Naming 2,
Yep.
even like naming 4 against Storm and hoping to hit their tendrils is just like that's not how you win that match.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Okay,
Oh.
I did it right this time. First on, last off. You drew the Assassin's Trophy and I got rid of it. Sweet.
oh Vince, doesn't look. I mean, please. If this list is not correct, does that also mean that you have added Stoneforge? Because there doesn't look like there's a Stoneforge.
Are
in
you
your
kidding
deck.
me?
No.
Oh, wow. I've I added Steel Shaper's Gift and removed it as... No, Steel Shaper's Gift's still in there. Oh, my
half the mana.
God. Yeah, that's a complete accident. That's a complete accident. Because I manually typed a lot of it before I started looking at lists, so I was just going off memory.
Yeah.
I've put in all these hate bears and then forgotten my fucking Stoneforge Mystic.
I should have just shut my mouth though.
No,
because
that's
now-
funny. That makes for good content. That makes for good content.
No, I mean, but no. I mean, yes, it's funny. I'm glad I get to roast you, but like the equity, like the difference between roasting you here and then like when I inevitably if I lose this match, which I'm not feeling super in it, then I like will have lost to your deck without Stoneforge, which is
I'm just giving you a chance, you know.
See, this is exactly what I mean.
Right, let's go to end step and draw. Let's pause after the draw for a second. Cool. Let's go ahead and... Does your deck even play double green cards?
I think I added my first double green card today.
Like this Uro and
Courser
stuff, right?
Grufix. After we got the triomes, like the green is more or less in this deck as like, I mean, Assassin's Trophy and whatnot's pretty neat, but also just like I don't want to lose to red every single time.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, let's hop on this boat.
Off you go on a trip to Value Town.
Oh. I want off this boat.
Oh, I was going to say, you struggle to cast another spell, but you can cycle neutralize. I will allow it, Ben.
Thank you. That's awfully gracious of you.
Do I want to... Nah, there's no reason to. Okay. We're going to untap. We're going to trigger this. We're not going to take it up. We're going to draw. Okay.
Just take it up to 5. Strike fear in me.
I've done it like a WMCQ before and smashed someone. It was great. And people do get scared. Going to 4 is scary, but 5 is the real scary one.
Yeah, especially because I know you have no 5 drops.
Just sending a message, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm, as the kids say, dead.
Ah, okay. There we go.
I mean, I could factor fiction here, but this cannon is super awkward. I think I was on drawing.
Candace
Torrential
became
Deer
like...
Halter.
Yeah, that would make sense. And like Candace just was an all-star in both matches I got to play her for like... Make it...
Yeah.
Like, I have this conversation on stream a lot where people are telling me... I was playing a Thalia Loam deck on Monday with Lois, and people are like, how good is Thalia here? And I'm like... Arbiter, Canonist, Thalia, they're all like in this wheelhouse of white cards where you don't always necessarily know how good they are, but they evidently are. Well, here we do, because Thought Not Seal's given us perfect information.
Yeah.
Like, but...
Canna started out with me being like, okay, I'm back as I like try to on that ephemerate turn, right? Because you're locking yourself into casting this.
Yeah,
ephemerate.
that's what I was on an hour about whether to target the Thought Not Seer there, because obviously I get to look at your hand, but I think it was worth it because I just needed to either catch one of your Wraths, because obviously I don't want you to like remove my Remorseful Cleric and then untap and Wrath me. That would be awful.
For sure.
But yeah, I think it was okay. I actually made a so other than not putting Stoneforge Mystic in my deck, the other massive mistake I made in game 3 is that I'm so used to ticking up to 3 in Modern and for the most part Legacy as well, because Wisp is so powerful. I ticked up to 3 and then I drew like 5 2-drops in a row. So I ended the game with like 4 2-drops in hand. So yeah, that wasn't that wasn't great. Also, the turn that I ephemerated, I then drew Armageddon, and I was like, oh, that's a shame, because I would have loved to Armageddon you, Ben. So I hope you enjoyed us, me getting my own back on Ben, because he fucking stomped me last time we played, when we played Blue-Green Tempo against me playing Maverick Elf Ball Hybrid. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button down below, drop us a comment as well. Tell us if you want to see some other Canlander decks in future. Like, we're always itching to play some more Canlander because it's so fun. So if you've got a matchup that you want to see, or a certain deck, or even if it's memes, if you've got ideas for memes that you want to see Benjamin, Wheeler, and myself play, let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already as well. Hit the fucking bell icon as well, for fuck's sake. Ben, where can people find you? I will make sure I write your Twitch correctly.
I appreciate it. Buckle up, people, because you got to get ready for consistent branding.
Oof.
I stream 5 to 6 times a week over at twitch.tv/Benjamin_Wheeler. I stream primarily Canadian Highlander, although I have also been streaming a new format that has a lot of crossover between the communities called Gladiator. It's
what the fuck is that?
It's Arena 100-card singleton. No companion, no sideboard, none of that. We have one banned card, which is Oko, for, well, obvious reasons. But yeah, that's been a lot of fun. So I stream over there. You can find me at Twitter at BWheelerMTG. I do a podcast on Canlander through Loading Ready Run. You can also find me on Loading Ready Run stuff. The podcast is called North 100. And then, of course, there's also the Canadian Highlander Discord, where at any time of the day or night, if you want to find games, you can find games, you can find deck lists, information, all that jazz. It's just a great resource.
Sick. That's awesome. So if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed the content, enjoyed the format, got all those things to check out. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Ta-ta for now.